Attention, are you tired of feeling like a doormat in your relationships? Have you ever felt used, manipulated, or simply unappreciated? Well, my friend, you are not alone. But what if I told you there's a way out? A path to reclaiming your power and asserting yourself in your relationships. Welcome to a journey of transformation, a voyage into the heart of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that holds the key to breaking free from these chains. We're about to dive deep into 9 life-changing lessons that will revolutionize how you interact with others and claim your own happiness. But hold on. The last 2 lessons, lessons 8 and 9, are so profound, so earth-shattering that they deserve a drum roll. They will challenge everything you thought you knew about relationships and self-worth, so buckle up and prepare for a wild ride. And don't forget, we want to hear from you. After watching the video, drop a comment below, sharing your thoughts, ideas, and theories on this topic. Let's start a conversation that could change our lives forever. Stay tuned, because this is not just a video, it's a journey to self-discovery and empowerment. Let's get started. Not your life changing to fit someone else's life. The first lesson of Stoicism is about the importance of authenticity. The Stoics believed in living in accordance with nature, which means being true to oneself. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." This implies that we should not allow others to dictate our thoughts and actions. When we change to adapt to someone else's life, we risk losing our identity. We begin to live a life that is not ours, but a reflection of what someone else wants. This can lead to dissatisfaction and unhappiness because we are not being true to ourselves. The importance of self-worth is a recurring theme in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the need to value oneself and one's own judgment. When we change ourselves for others, we undermine our own worth and self-esteem. Stoicism teaches us to be independent and self-reliant. We should not rely on others for our happiness or self-esteem. Instead, we should find them within ourselves. By not changing our lives to suit others, we maintain our independence and self-sufficiency. Ultimately, by remaining true to ourselves, we can lead fuller, more meaningful lives. We can pursue our own goals and dreams instead of living someone else's. This is the essence of Stoicism, living a life that is true to yourself. This is the first step to mastering Stoic relationships. Don't ruin your life. Being obsessed with someone. Obsession is a powerful force. It can consume your thoughts, dictate your actions, and ultimately control your life. When it comes to relationships, obsession can be particularly destructive. It can lead to unhealthy behaviors, emotional distress, and can even ruin your life if left unchecked. The Stoics understood the dangers of obsession. They believed in the importance of maintaining a healthy balance in relationships. They advocated for self-control, rational thinking, and emotional resilience. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you're obsessed with someone, you give them power over your mind. Your happiness becomes dependent on them. Your thoughts are constantly filled with their image. You start to lose yourself in the process. This is not a healthy way to live. It's not a healthy way to love. Stoicism teaches us to love without attachment, to care deeply for someone, but not to the point where our happiness is tied to their presence in our lives. This doesn't mean that we should be indifferent or uncaring. On the contrary, Stoicism encourages us to show compassion and kindness, but it also reminds us to protect our mental and emotional well-being. It's important to remember that you are an individual, separate from your partner. You have your own thoughts, feelings, and desires. You have your own life to live. Don't let your obsession with someone else take that away from you. In conclusion, don't ruin your life being obsessed with someone. Love them, care for them, but don't lose yourself in the process. Maintain a healthy balance in your relationships. Remember the Stoic principles of self-control, rational thinking, and emotional resilience. And most importantly, remember that you have power over your mind. You have the strength to overcome obsession. You have the ability to live a balanced, fulfilling life. Don't let anything harm your mental health or happiness. In the pursuit of love and relationships, it's easy to lose sight of our own mental health and happiness. We often make sacrifices, compromise our needs, and tolerate behaviors that we shouldn't, all in the name of love. But Stoicism, an ancient philosophy practiced by great minds like Marcus Aurelius, teaches us a different approach. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining our mental health and happiness, regardless of external circumstances. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking, Marcus Aurelius once said. This means that our happiness is not dependent on others, but on our own thoughts and attitudes. When we let our relationships harm our mental health or happiness, we are giving away our power. We are letting someone else control our emotions and our state of mind. This is not in line with Stoic principles. Stoics believed in the power of the individual, in the ability to control our reactions to external events. It's important to set boundaries in our relationships. We should not tolerate behaviors that harm our mental health or happiness. If a relationship is causing more harm than good, it might be time to reassess and make changes. This could mean having a difficult conversation, setting new boundaries, or in some cases, ending the relationship. It's important to set boundaries in our relationships. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define what we are comfortable with and how we would like to be treated by others. They are crucial for maintaining our mental health and happiness. When these boundaries are crossed, it can lead to feelings of discomfort, resentment, and even damage our mental health. We should not tolerate behaviors that harm our mental health or happiness. This could be constant negativity, emotional manipulation, or disrespect. It's essential to communicate clearly about what is and isn't acceptable behavior in the relationship. Remember, it's okay to say no and to put your mental health first. If a relationship is causing more harm than good, it might be time to reassess and make changes. This is not an easy process, and it requires a lot of courage and self-reflection. Ask yourself, is this relationship serving me? Is it contributing to my happiness and mental well-being, or is it detracting from it? This reassessment could mean having a difficult conversation with the other person. It's important to approach this conversation with clarity and kindness, expressing your feelings without blaming or criticizing the other person. Use I statements to express how you feel, such as, "I feel upset when..." Setting new boundaries could also be a part of this process. Maybe you need more space, or you need the other person to treat you with more respect. Communicate these needs clearly and assertively. In some cases, ending the relationship might be the best course of action. This is never an easy decision to make, but sometimes it's the best thing for our mental health and happiness. It's important to remember that ending a relationship doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're choosing not to tolerate behaviors that harm your mental health or happiness. In conclusion, don't let anything harm your mental health or happiness. Remember the Stoic principles of self-control and inner strength. You have the power to control your reactions, to maintain your mental health, and to pursue your own happiness. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Your mental health and happiness are worth fighting for. Maintaining social connections, a Stoic perspective. In the pursuit of love and relationships, it's easy to become so engrossed that we unintentionally drift away from our friends and family. However, Stoicism teaches us the importance of maintaining our social connections. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy practiced by great minds like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, emphasizes the importance of community and social connections. We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids, like the rows of the upper and lower teeth, Marcus Aurelius once said. This means that our social connections are not just a luxury, but a fundamental part of our human nature. When we let our relationships with others cause us to drift away from our friends and family, we are going against our nature as social beings. We are letting our relationship control our social life, which is not in line with Stoic principles. Stoics believed in the power of the individual, in the ability to control our reactions to external events. It's important to maintain a balance in our relationships. While it's natural to want to spend time with our partner, it's also important to spend time with our friends and family. These relationships provide us with different perspectives, support, and enrich our lives in different ways. If a relationship is causing you to drift away from your friends and family, it might be time to reassess and make changes. This could mean having a difficult conversation with your partner about the importance of maintaining other relationships, or it could mean setting aside specific times to spend with friends and family. In conclusion, don't let anything cause you to drift away from your friends or family. Remember the Stoic principles of community and social connections. You have the power to maintain your relationships, to maintain your social connections, and to pursue your own happiness. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Your social connections are worth maintaining. Balancing personal life and relationships, a Stoic perspective. In the pursuit of love and relationships, it's easy to become so engrossed that we end up spending excessive time with our partner. However, Stoicism teaches us the importance of maintaining a healthy balance between our personal life and relationships. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy practiced by great minds like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, emphasizes the importance of balance in life. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, Marcus Aurelius once said. This means that our happiness is not solely dependent on our relationships, but also on our personal growth, hobbies, and other aspects of our personal life. When we spend excessive time with someone, we risk losing our individuality and personal growth. We might neglect our hobbies, interests, and even our personal goals. This is not in line with Stoic principles. Stoics believed in the power of the individual, in the ability to control our reactions to external events, and in the importance of personal growth. It's important to maintain a balance in our relationships. While it's natural to want to spend time with our partner, it's also important to spend time with ourselves. This could mean pursuing a hobby, learning a new skill, or simply taking time to relax and reflect. If a relationship is causing you to spend excessive time with your partner at the expense of your personal life, it might be time to reassess and make changes. This could mean having a difficult conversation with your partner about the importance of personal time, or it could mean setting aside specific times for personal activities. In conclusion, don't let anything cause you to spend excessive time with someone at the expense of your personal life. Remember the Stoic principles of balance and personal growth. You have the power to maintain your personal life, to maintain a healthy balance in your relationships, and to pursue your own happiness. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Your personal life and happiness are worth maintaining. Emotional autonomy. In the pursuit of love and relationships, it's easy to fall into the trap of depending on another person for our happiness. However, Stoicism teaches us the importance of emotional autonomy. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy practiced by great minds like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, emphasizes the importance of emotional autonomy. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, Marcus Aurelius once said. This means that our happiness is not dependent on others, but on our own thoughts and attitudes. When we depend on another person for our happiness, we are giving away our power. We are letting someone else control our emotions and our state of mind. This is not in line with Stoic principles. Stoics believed in the power of the individual, in the ability to control our reactions to external events. It's important to maintain emotional autonomy in our relationships. While it's natural to feel happy when we're with our partner, it's also important to find happiness within ourselves. This could mean pursuing a hobby, learning a new skill, or simply taking time to relax and reflect. If a relationship is causing you to depend on your partner for your happiness, it might be time to reassess and make changes. This could mean having a difficult conversation with your partner about the importance of emotional autonomy, or it could mean setting aside specific times for personal activities. In conclusion, don't let anything cause you to depend on someone else for your happiness. Remember the Stoic principles of emotional autonomy and inner strength. You have the power to control your emotions, to maintain your happiness, and to pursue your own happiness. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Your happiness is worth maintaining. Don't let someone else's opinions define you. The Stoics, a group of ancient philosophers, had a deep understanding of the human condition. They believed that our reactions, not our circumstances, shape our reality. This belief is particularly relevant when considering the impact of others' opinions on our self-perception. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, once said, "Man is not disturbed by things, but by the view he takes of them." In other words, it is not what happens to us, but how we interpret what happens to us that matters. This includes the opinions others have of us. When we allow the opinions of others to define us, we give away our power. We become slaves to their judgments, constantly seeking validation and fearing criticism. This is contrary to the Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. The only opinion that really matters is the one we have of ourselves. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all other men, yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others." This quote highlights the paradox of seeking validation. We value our own well-being above all else, but we often let the opinions of others dictate our self-esteem. In conclusion, not allowing the opinions of others to define us is about recognizing our inherent value and maintaining our autonomy. It's about understanding that we are more than the sum of other people's perceptions. Just as the Stoics taught us, we cannot control what others think of us, but we can control how we perceive and react to their opinions. By focusing on our own values and actions, we can maintain our self-esteem and identity, regardless of external opinions. Remember, you have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this and you will find strength, as Marcus Aurelius once said. So let's strive to live by these Stoic principles and not let the opinions of others define us. Never forget your own worth. Understanding your own worth is a fundamental aspect of self-esteem and self-acceptance. It's about recognizing your inherent value and not allowing others' opinions or actions to diminish it. Here are some thoughts on this topic. Firstly, it's important to recognize your achievements. Each of us has our own accomplishments, big or small, that attest to our worth. These achievements are a testament to your abilities and perseverance. They could be anything from completing a project, overcoming a challenge, or reaching a goal. Recognizing these achievements can help reinforce your sense of self-worth. Secondly, maintaining healthy boundaries in your relationships is crucial. This means understanding what behavior you will accept from others and what you won't. When you know your worth, you're less likely to tolerate disrespect or mistreatment. This is a key aspect of self-respect and self-worth. Thirdly, practicing self-care is a key part of recognizing your worth. This involves taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health. It could involve maintaining a healthy diet and exercise routine, taking time for relaxation and hobbies, or seeking help when you're struggling with mental health issues. Self-care is a reflection of self-love and self-worth. Fourthly, the people you surround yourself with can have a significant impact on your self-worth. It's important to cultivate relationships with people who respect and value you, and who encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Positive relationships can help boost your self-esteem and self-worth. Fifthly, strive to be a lifelong learner. Pursuing personal growth and self-improvement can help you recognize your potential and increase your self-worth. This involves constantly learning, growing, and improving yourself. Sixthly, we all make mistakes. It's part of being human. Forgiving yourself for your mistakes and failures is a crucial part of maintaining your self-worth. Remember, every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. Lastly, have confidence in your abilities and believe in your potential. Even when faced with challenges or setbacks, believe in your capacity to overcome them. This belief in yourself is a reflection of your self-worth. In conclusion, never forgetting your own worth is about recognizing and respecting your inherent value. It's about maintaining your self-esteem and self-acceptance, regardless of external circumstances or opinions. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." So let's strive to remember our worth and not let anyone or anything make us feel otherwise. Never neglect self-care. Self-care is an essential aspect of maintaining a healthy relationship with oneself. It's not just about physical health, but also emotional and mental well-being. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are all part of taking care of your physical health. These activities can boost your mood, reduce stress, and improve overall health. Emotional self-care is about acknowledging and expressing your feelings regularly. This could be through talking to a friend, writing in a journal, or even seeking professional help like a therapist. It's important to allow yourself to feel and express a range of emotions without judgment. Mental self-care can involve activities that keep your mind sharp, like puzzles and reading. It can also include activities that help you relax, like meditation and yoga. Recognizing when you need to take a break to avoid burnout is also a crucial part of mental self-care. Nurturing your relationships with the people around you is another form of self-care. Spending time with friends and family, having quality conversations, and participating in social activities can all boost your self-esteem and self-worth. For some, spiritual self-care might involve participating in religious activities or rituals. For others, it might mean spending time in nature, meditating, or practicing mindfulness. In conclusion, self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity. It's about taking care of your own needs so you can be the best version of yourself. As the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. So, let's strive to make self-care a priority and not neglect our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. In conclusion, cultivating healthy relationships and maintaining personal well-being are interconnected aspects of a fulfilling life. The principles we've discussed serve as a guide to navigate the delicate balance between meaningful connections and individual happiness. Remember, it's crucial not to lose yourself in the pursuit of someone else's life. Embrace your identity and values, and let your relationships complement rather than define you. Striking a balance is key. Obsession can be detrimental, and it's essential to dedicate time to both the relationship and personal passions. Guard your mental health and happiness fiercely, setting boundaries and seeking support when needed. Maintaining connections with friends and family is equally vital. Relationships should enhance, not replace, the richness of these bonds. Time is a precious resource, and finding equilibrium ensures personal growth within and beyond relationships. Embrace emotional autonomy, understanding that happiness comes from within, and relationships are partnerships, not dependencies. Never let someone else's opinions define you. Uphold your identity and self-esteem, recognizing your inherent value. These principles empower you to build not only strong relationships, but also a resilient and confident self. As you navigate the intricate dance between personal fulfillment and meaningful connections, may these principles guide you towards a life rich in both love and self-discovery. Thank you for joining us on this journey of reflection and growth.